Welcome to another episode of This Is Anything Goes. Today, we are going to soundproof the Proton Inspira, aka Lancer 08 rebadge. This is going to be the first part of a multi-part episode. Let's get to it. Okay, so first off, we will need to clear off everything from the boot. So we have to remove everything. This one is just an additional, you probably don't have it. It just pulls out, and then we have got a few clips here and there. Alright, if I remember correctly, there's 2 clips holding this and 1 clip holding this, or maybe 2 clips. So yeah, let's get to it.
Sometimes there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Sometimes we're not ourselves, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. And I'll take some time, but I'll be alright. We're moving on. We're moving on. I know times are...
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is vacuum this place first. Okay, so now that we have removed everything and clean, we are going to be using this Stuff It soundproofing or sound insulation. So we'll be doing this part by part. So for part 1, what I'll be doing is I'll be soundproofing the rear wheel arch, half of it, whatever this thing is called, and the bottom boot here, and this side as well. So yeah, the front portion of the rear arch, I'll do that later when I'm doing the second part of this video. Alright, so yep, let's get to it. Okay, so there you have it. This is the Proton Inspira Lancer 08 boot. Done soundproofing. Certain parts are double layer due to overlapping, but majority of it is single layer. So there are certain parts like over here that I did not do. I don't think it makes much of a difference. And if you notice, I did not do the quarter panel as well because it was already done previously. Alright, so yeah, so this is the first portion, first part. So stay tuned for the second part, and do stay for the summary as well. Alright guys, so as you have seen in the video just now on how we did the sound insulation or soundproofing of the Proton Inspira rear boot. Okay, so what we did is we removed the entire interior of the boot and then we stick this, stuff it. It's a 2 mm thickness soundproofing. Not too sure what material is made of, but definitely not bitumen. What I can say is that after using the car for the past 3 days, there is significantly lesser noise from the back, but I can't really say for certain because the noise from the front tire is still loud. So yeah, I will address that on the later part, but on part 1 we are addressing the noise coming from the boot itself. So that has improved quite tremendously. Not to say there's no noise, there's still noise, but much lesser, much subtle. Alright, so this thing is quite okay, but moving on, part 2 onwards we'll be using a different material. Alright, the supplier that I bought this from ran out of this item and he suggested me another brand from Japan, slightly more expensive. The brand is Karazo something, I can't really pronounce it. Alright, so let's talk. This is just the part 1 of maybe 3 to 5 parts whereby I'll be doing the soundproofing for the Proton Inspira or Lancer 08 rebadged. So stay tuned for more parts. Part 2 we'll most likely be doing the floor pan of the car, of the interior, so we'll most likely be removing all the seats as well as the center console and the main carpet itself. Alright, but it could be the doors as well, we won't know. So you better stay tuned and see what we are removing next. Okay, let's talk about part 1. The time it took to get all these things done is roughly about 2 hours. Dismantling it was quite fast, it's about 15 minutes. Assembling it back is about 15 minutes, but most of the time is actually spent on measuring, cutting and experimenting. So this is the first time I'm actually using this material. So as you can see in the video, initially I was using my fingers to press it down, then later on I move on to other things. Then what I find that works best is using a mallet. So yeah, we just keep knocking it until it sticks properly. And the handle of the mallet, the wooden part, is good for the tight spots. Alright, now let's talk a bit about the cost. Okay, so the cost to do the boot itself is about 90 ringgit, that's about 20 something US dollars. Okay, in total I used 6 pieces of this. It's actually much larger, this is a smaller piece. Alright, 6 pieces which cost about 17 ringgit per piece. I used about 5.5 pieces, so 5.5 to 6 pieces. This is the leftover from the last piece, the 6th piece. Alright, okay, so that's all I got to say. I will have a breakdown of the entire cost of the project at the finale of this series. It won't be a full-on soundproofing. I will be doing the boot, the floor pan, the interiors, the doors, maybe the firewall if I'm up to it, maybe the roof if I feel like it. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is going to be a 3 to 5 part series. So that's just on the interior. On the exterior, we'll be doing the wheel arch as well as the underbody as well. Okay, so if you're interested to see the project go on, hit on the subscribe button, hit on the bell button so that you get notified when we upload. And yeah, if you like this, hit the like. If you don't like this, yep, and do leave us a comment on how we can improve further. Alright, and if you think any of your friends might be interested in this project or think that they might benefit from this, well, hit the share button, make sure they are well informed. Alright, till next time, bye.